I obviously realize that my channel is no different because the reason why most people go to YouTube channels is because they're looking for some sort of answers or directions or advice or opinions or ideas or suggestions, something to help them, a voice, in a world of silence that will help them bring them to where they want to be, either inside themselves or outside themselves. So you have to be very cautious. And this channel is no different because I'm going to make sure and allow you to understand that whenever you are seeking advice from an outside source, such as YouTube and strangers on YouTube, and again, I'm no different, you always have to factor into the equation of the person, the source that you're getting it from. Who are they as a person? What are they going through in their lives? What kind of issues? What kind of energy? All of these things have to be considered. So you have to understand how the darkness works. And when I say darkness, I'm actually saying source. How it works is that you are certain of your plan, but you're not quite certain how to execute it, meaning that it might perhaps require a certain amount of money to get you to where you need to go, so on and so forth. So you begin to search on YouTube for answers from the cosmos that are working through these mediums to you. So what happens is now you are in a specific field of frequencies that is aligning with whatever seems to fit that representation and that alignment of what you're looking to receive as far as good news to confirm. So when you wind up finding something that connects with all the boxes are checked off, then you're connecting with that person's energy. Now you have to realize, who is this person as a vibrational frequency? What type of area are they in their life? What do they have going on? Issues, drama, whatever kind of backstory that they're not letting you in on. That's what's coming through. Now the way the darkness works is that they get good people to do bad things and not even realize that they're doing it. And this is very prevalent, especially on social media. So when you, with all good intentions, connect to somebody who seems to be good-hearted and pure in nature, and they seem to pass all your tests, and you're listening to what they're saying, you're allowing that suggestive influence to convince you that, okay, the universe has now confirmed what I'm asking for. But in fact, it's taking you in the opposite direction to get you to wind up doing something that can't be taken back. And then once you execute that plan and you're already through it, then you've pretty much, jammed yourself up, so to speak. So that's the point where you have to kick in the prudent pragmatism of the logical, figurative, analytical mind, not this mind, your cosmic mind. So you see where there's a precarious balance at play here. Because these people, even though they're good intentions and good-hearted and they mean well, they just don't know any better because they're actually being utilized for dark purposes. That's why you might click on a message that, like, in other words, I'll give you an example. Suppose you don't want to live where you live in and you're just looking for confirmation from God. God, send me a sign. Go on YouTube and it's the message says, just go, leave now. And you're like, that's the sign I was looking for. And the darkness has now successfully convinced you to do something detrimental to yourself that's going to cause you great harm. So you have to be really cautious with these things. What is your intuition telling you? Your intuition is not ever going to lie to you. It is the voice of your angelic realm, your guardians, your spirits, your loved ones who have crossed over, who are safe and at peace with God. What is your intuition firing off and screaming at you? If it's telling you not a good idea, that is what you act upon, not some stranger on YouTube, and I am no different. Because you and I don't know each other in this life. So even though, no matter what I say in the thousands of videos that I'll ever do, you don't have to take anything literally. Always allow it to be some type of, idea of a facet of maybe something that you didn't realize before, but don't take it to the point where you just like let it go right into your imagination, your mind, and let that govern your actions. Because you have to like dissect these things before you can digest them. You have to analyze them before you embrace them. Like somebody giving you advice. Well, what I'm looking to do this and this and that with my life. What do you think? Well, I mean, my advice to you is boom. Oh, okay, I'll just do that without even thinking, and I'm going to go ahead, and then you ruin your life without even thinking. You have to think these things through, process it, filter it, analyze it, study it, look at all the variables, Don't just act on impulse and instinct, because you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. You've got to think these things through. Sometimes it's good to just act on a whim and go for it, and the hope that everything works out fine for you. Now, I'm not saying be negative and be defeatist and, oh, this is not going to work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you need to take a big leap and you don't have the necessary funds to back that up, and when you get to where you're going to go, you haven't established a place to live or anything, then you're really going to place yourself in a very precarious situation very quickly. So I'm just saying, just look at all the variables and the possibilities, and then make it so that you have the necessary means to get there, to be more than okay, and a place to stay when you get there. And when you return your truck or car, whatever, to the rental place, and then you have all of your stuff stowed in a place, either family or friends, or a place that you purchased or something like that. It isn't even with moving. Suppose you want to start a business and you only have $5,000 to your name. It isn't wise to take that $5,000 and just go all in the hopes that's going to work. It's always good to start with what you can afford, 500 or 1,000, because if that business doesn't work, then you're in a world of hurt. And this happens constantly. People have high hopes and dreams and expectations. Oh, I can't go wrong. Like the restaurant business. Usually within the first 6 months, they all fail. That's just a statistical fact. The dreams and the hopes and the aspirations and the goals and the imagining and all of that out the window. Why? Because of the way the system is owned and operated and run by this clique. Same thing with the stock market. Why can't you just put your money in stocks and just watch it rise, 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 rise? They can most certainly do that. Sure they can. Will they? No. Why? Because you'll benefit from it and they will have none of that. It's just the way it is. Artificially induced volatility. AI algorithms. They're the ones fluctuating the market. For you, not for them. But if your intuition is telling you no, 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 no matter what strangers on YouTube are saying to you, even me, ignore it. If it resonates with you on some level, to encourage you to take steps to fortify your position, meaning build your monetary savings up to where you can get that place and go, then yes. But I would never advise anybody to just pack up and go for it. That's very dangerous, especially in these trying economic times with inflation and everything going on here, the job market, all of it. It's not a wise move to make, and it's a very unhealthy endeavor to undertake, that's for sure. So I'm not saying analysis paralysis. What I'm saying is just like, wait a minute. Wait, a little prudence goes a long way here. Be pragmatic about these things. Approach it from an analytical, figurative, logical standpoint. Not just compassion, feelings, and emotions of the heart, because that thing will get you in trouble more often than not. So it's a balance that you have to infuse all of these energies together that will allow you to determine what is the best possible option for the outcome that I'm looking to, realize, and allow that to be the direction that you head yourself in. God bless and good luck.